Ladies first.
The camera's okay. You're not that close to our business, you know, the camera is.
I was going to take a while for it to focus, and I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Oh, door there.
And every hotel, they always pick like that there's a natural diagram.
Fish first.
That's how
Please step all the way in. Good afternoon. Welcome to Ghosts and Legends of the Queen Mary. My name is Eric. I will be your show guide today. Robert, the man who brought you down the stairs is the single most important person you will ever meet. If you need to leave the show at any time for any reason, he is the only one who can help you. Before we begin our show, please turn your attention to the monitors here on the wall for a very important briefing. The Queen Mary was the new bride of the Cunard line when she made her maiden voyage on May 27, 1936, out of Southampton, England, bound for New York. She took the coveted Bourgogne from the famous Normandy and held the speed record for crossing the Atlantic for many years. She was the most elegant way to travel between America and Europe, counting kings and queens, other royalty, and celebrities of every kind among their passengers. With the outbreak of the Second World War, the Queen Mary was pressed into service as a troop ship. Every nook and cranny was outfitted with bunks, and thousands of GIs were crammed on board. So many, in fact, they were forced to sleep in shifts. Relying on her great speed for safe passage, the Queen Mary, repainted a drab battleship gray and noticed a gray ghost, brought fresh troops to Europe and steamed wounded soldiers, German and Italian POWs, back to the United States. Her role in the war was so vital that Hitler put up a reward of $250,000 for any German captain that could find and sink her. After the war, she enjoyed another 20 years restored to her former glory, but the advent of affordable transatlantic air travel brought her mandate to an end. In 1967, she made her final voyage to her new permanent berth in Long Beach, where she became the unique attraction and elegant hotel she is today. More than 50 people have died aboard the Queen Mary. Accidents, illness, old age, war wounds, even rumored suicides and drownings. It began to be whispered that the good ship was haunted. The Spectral Pool is the first stop on our show, located conveniently in the dead center of the ship. The first-class swimming pool receives reports from our staff of wet footprints, sounds of a little girl, and a glowing apparition we call the Lady in White. From the pool, we will descend 2 levels to D-Deck, a chilling area known as Grey Ghost Passageway.
You're fine.
In 1941, the Queen Mary became the Great Ghost. On one occasion, carrying over 16,000 people, a maritime record that still stands today. Most of the deaths aboard the Queen Mary occurred during these voyages, and one section of the ship in particular has been the site of considerable paranormal activity, including poltergeist and hair-raising electrostatic phenomena similar to St. Elmo's fire. Recently, declassified government footage reveals some startling images. When isolated and enhanced in freeze frame, note the face with the spectral flame.
A phenomenon known as aural apparitions or disembodied voices occurs in these areas. You'll want to listen closely as we pass through the lower decks. Probably the most dangerous areas of the ship when she was in service were her boiler rooms. Rumors persist of at least one deadly explosion among these massive generators of steam. The tanks are removed in Long Beach as part of the ship's decommissioning, so the boiler rooms are safe for us to pass through today. What you are about to see is a dramatization of one of those horrible boiler room explosions. The temperature of that steam would have been more than enough to parboil an individual, searing the flesh from his body. Over the years, rumors of the haunted Queen Mary have attracted the attention of several professional ghost hunters. This video footage is all that remains of Dr. Christian O'Sullivan and his research team.
On one time, a dead man in this portion of the vessel was ship's spine. It was tragic to cut halfway through a watertight hatch as the start shut. It's in the head respect for his family. And one piece is ruining a copy of half-hatch anyway. Once we get our bearings.
Flashlight, get the flashlights! Here, take them.
Phil, can we get the lights?
This is a bad idea. I knew this was a bad idea. Who's that over there? Who's that?
We don't know what happened to them. You should be fine. The last stop on our show takes us to the bow of the ship. This is the only area of the Queen Mary that suffered any structural damage when she collided with her escort cruiser, the HMS Kurosawa, on October 2nd, 1942. The Queen Mary was traveling the submarine-infested waters of the North Atlantic. Evading enemy, she used a zigzag cruising maneuver when she struck the Kurosawa amidships, severing that smaller vessel completely in two, as you will see in this exclusive computer-animated recreation of the collision.
In this exclusive computer-animated recreation of the collision, we see how the structural integrity of the bow was damaged as the two halves of the HMS Kurosawa slammed against the hull of the Queen Mary. Over 300 crewmen of the Curacao died that day. Paranormal research has long held that the most powerful spectral events result from unexpected, confusing, violent deaths. More than 300 souls may still haunt the tight confines of the Queen Mary's bow, experiencing their final moments again and again as they seek an understanding of their sudden, horrible demise.
The damage, of course, was thoroughly repaired. We should pass through these areas safely. But there remains huge psychic potential for some sort of paranormal encounter. The heavy hatch or door that you see here was set in place to seal in secrets that lie below sea depth. Today, we will break that seal and make our own way to the mysterious passageways aboard the legendary Queen Mary. That concludes our pre-show briefing. Again, if you discover you were not as brave as you thought you were, find Robert in the back of our group. Hopefully experience today. Let's find out.
I don't know.
Taller than they are, you can see over their heads. And if anything comes, it'll go through them first. Welcome to the first class at swimming pool. For years, parapsychologists have studied the Queen Mary. They've all come to one similar conclusion. They believe that on the pool level, behind the little white gates, where the changing rooms and the dressing rooms were located, there lies a vortex. A window between this world and the world beyond. This explains why there is so much paranormal activity aboard the Queen Mary.
was down 5 pounds.
No, that's touching I'm not scared, she's touching me.
In front of us is an elevator that is going to take us down 3 levels far below the water line to G-Deck. If the thought of thousands of tons of water being held back merely by an inch of steel that is 78 years old is too much pressure for anyone to bear, find Robert back in the group now. This is your last chance to turn back. Once you board this elevator, there are no further exits to the end of the show. And I assure you, it only gets worse from here. Something else I feel compelled to point out for the individual who is meowing like a cat. The show, like a movie, has its own soundtrack. It does not need help. With all that being said, does anyone need to leave? No good, come with me. Please step all the way into the elevator. As you can tell, this is a new addition to the Queen Mary. This elevator is rated to hold at least 800 pounds. Please step all the way in. There is no room for personal space. Make a friend, make an enemy, make room. There's room right over here, guys, as well. We've put far more than 34 people in this elevator before. It wasn't comfortable, we had done it. Isn't the light comforting?
Yes. Oh.
You can look out of the glass walls of this elevator as we descend into the boiler rooms. These are the actual boiler rooms of the Queen Mary. They did in fact power this ship. We are currently descending 6 fathoms. A fathom is a nautical measurement of depth. Equal to about 6 feet. So if the elevator door opens, we will be 36 feet below the ship's waterline. If the elevator door does not open, we will still be 36 feet below the ship's waterline. Just stuck in a glass elevator. I am a ray of sunshine. Welcome to G-Deck. Follow me.
Sorry.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Please proceed to the South Capitol platform. Anywhere it is fine. The only thing I ask is that you do not pass me. I can't guarantee your safety if you pass me. I can't guarantee your safety if you don't pass me. Front, back, left, right, doesn't matter. Space, occupy it. We are now quite literally as low as we can go on this ship. We are only about 4 or 6 feet from the very bottom. If you look over the railings to either side, you will see the inner hull. Beneath that metal plate lies the Pacific Ocean. You will also see what appear to be large metal piping stretched along the floor. These are called sleds. That's what the boiler tanks were attached to. The tanks extended from the floor all the way up to the ceiling of this compartment, and up there you will see the remains of catwalks and ladders. This is where the men stood to service the boilers. The temperatures in these rooms would have ranged anywhere from 105 to 115 degrees on a daily basis. The tanks, of course, have all been removed. The walkway and the elevator were installed so that you, our guests, can travel to these never-before-seen areas of the ship for the very first time. All of the pipes and gauges have remained, however, they are original. It is some of the same equipment that may have caused those horrible boiler room explosions. Sorry guys, she's an old ship. Sometimes she likes to play tricks on us. Robert, if you can get back there and get the lights on, that'd be awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, these pipes have been disconnected since 1967. They probably should not be shaking. Or, oh, really? You know that moment when you have a bad feeling about something? Is everyone alright? That's good. That was cold, spectral steam. Real steam. Hot steam with those fractures would have boiled us all alive. Well, you. I was safe over here. Anyway, in a minute, if you follow me up this walkway, and as you do, keep your eyes on the left, you will see a watertight door. When the Queen Mary was in service, these doors were hydraulically controlled. 700 pounds of pressure slammed them shut in a matter of seconds. The men who worked out here, they used to play a game they called chicken. They would hop in and out of the watertight doors as many times as they could while they were closing. Well, in 1966, an 18-year-old fireman was assigned to the boiler room to ease that built-in chicken record. 6. Door 13 in the engine room slammed shut, cutting his body in half. His ghost is said to haunt the boiler rooms and engine rooms to this day. As we make our way forward, keep your eyes open for one half, or the other, of Half-Hatch Country. Now, as you can tell by the narrowing of the hull on both sides, we are approaching the bow or forward end of the ship. Watch your step. There may be some standing water on that platform. If you look above you to the forward bulkhead, you will see remains of structural damage that occurred during World War II when the Queen Mary collided with her escort cruiser, the HMS Curacao. October marked the 70th anniversary of that collision. More than 300 men lost their lives in this accident. It happened at 2:12 in the afternoon in the icy cold waters off of northern Maryland. The Curacao was literally ripped in two. In less than a minute, both halves were engulfed in flames. In less than 5, she was gone. There was nothing that anyone on board the Queen Mary could do. Parapsychologists claim this area is a hot spot. They say the souls of those 338 men are trapped here, searching, trying to find their way out. Please know we have a small lead. Nothing to worry about. Don't be alarmed. Flashing lights are making a hollow bridge. It's coming to us on the side. We can evacuate this area immediately. Do not run. Follow me. Let's go. Leave no one to a fate worse than death as they watch our water drain away. Everyone do me a favor and think up. Thank you. That was the slowest emergency evacuation I have ever seen. Nevertheless, you've all survived your tour to the paranormal, so sleep well tonight. Feel free to share your own tales of ghosts and legends of the Queen Mary with your friends and families, including your admission today as a self-guided tour of the Queen Mary. You are welcome to roam the open areas of our ship. Wherever you go, stay in groups. There is